Turn the airport to a shooting range. Let my nuts hang. Big pistol with a dick in it. Tell me what you.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the GARBAGEMICE podcast, the best, healthiest podcast in the world.
Artillery. I hate to break it to you, Artillery. I think you're smoking too much. You're moving like a chimney over there, Artillery. You need to stop, please.
You know, the cigars, they don't damage your lungs. Resante.
Oh,
This should
really?
be fucking very healthy right now. My lungs are as good as new. Yeah, I'm fine, dudes. Don't worry about it.
It sounds like you got possessed. I don't
Yeah, so
think that
I
sounded
just-
very good. That's not very good for a Christian podcast to have a live demon possession right at the beginning.
I just finished hotboxing my room, but instead of weed, it was cigars, and this is what it'll do to you. It'll actually fuck you up. Don't do that. It'll kill you.
Oh, man.
Speaking of cigars, I have some really interesting news for you. Did you
Oh,
know
what's
that I am now a loyal customer of my local smoke shop?
Yo.
How it went was, I go there one day, and I ask for Canadian cigars. Like, shitty machine roll cigars. I'm like, hey, do you have any bandies? And they're like, hey, we don't have bandies, but like we have American smokes if you want backwoods. And I'm like, yeah, what do you mean? All backwoods are American. He's like, no, you fucking idiot. Turns out, one of the cigar places nearby, like actual cigar places, they smuggle in American smokes from the States because they don't have the shit fucking packaging on them. And they're like doing it super fucking illegally, like under the table. This motherfucker, I come back again and I order them. He's like, yo, if you come in the morning, like they won't recognize you, so they won't sell you any of these cigars. So here you go. And he takes out a fucking business card, signs it for me, says on it loyal customer, and then his signature, and gives it to me. He's like, hey, if you ever need any more like backwoods, just give them, just show them this card. They'll give you them. Because apparently
Flash the sign.
Flash the sign, dude.
Oh, man.
It's fucking illegal. It's illegal to fucking smoke cigars. Meanwhile, you can just go get subsidized heroin from the government. Dude, I love Canada, honestly. It's my favorite country on earth.
Yeah, I think that I hate to have to ask you this. I think you need to lower your mic. I think the bad audio joke is over. I think you need to sound better.
Aw, come on, Red Sante.
I think even our most loyal followers are gonna come to my house and shoot me if I don't tell you.
Do you want to re-record it?
No.
Okay, hold up. Sounds,
It made the demon possession sound more authentic when you were just
my fucking
completely
God.
like
Okay,
clipping your mic.
Here. If I sit back here, is that better?
It's better, yeah.
Okay, I'll just move away from the mic, like all the way over on the other side of my room where nobody can fucking hear the podcast anymore.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Other Side podcast.
Hey guys, welcome back to the other side of Artillery's room. Anyway,
Yeah.
so speaking of weird corporate stuff,
Yeah.
you were gonna talk about Taco Bell?
Yeah, that's just like one of those topics that like came to me in a dream. It's like, yeah, what am I going to talk about today? I just started moving like a schizophrenic and picking random things out of thin air. It's like, oh yeah, the Del Taco corporate office or the Taco Bell one. Like they're kind of interchangeable, but in my case, the Taco Bell corporate office is actually not that far from me. I've actually been there before, and it's quite a funny place. Because if you look up the reviews for the place, it's got like a 1 star. Like, it's got like hundreds of reviews, and they're all 1 star because it's people complaining about like other Taco Bell locations. So they just leave a 1 star at the corporate office.
Oh my god, what are the reviews out of 1,092? 3 star. Bring back the Mexican pizza already and put more meat on the tacos, please.
Yeah, it's like people complaining about stuff like that. Bring back this like item from 2005 that didn't sell at all, please.
Oh my god.
And there was one time where I was at the corporate office just by chance because I happened to be walking in the area. And you know, I decided that I had had enough and I wanted to go home, so I called an Uber while I was standing outside, and they had a security guard come outside because I was just standing on the sidewalk and tell me to leave. And I'm like, yeah, man, I'm leaving. I just look, I got an Uber. I just need to wait for him. And he's like, oh, can you like walk down the street and wait over there? We can't have you out here.
Why not? It's fucking public street, dude.
Yeah, I've boycotted Taco Bell ever since. No,
You should leave a 1-star review on Taco Bell saying I was on the side road.
The only relevant 1-star review at the corporate office.
I was on the fucking sidewalk and the security guard comes out and tells me to fuck off. Jesus Christ. Oh man, I bet that is. I was looking up like McDonald's HQ as we were speaking to like see if something similar was that. No, McDonald's HQ is like 3-star. Taco Bell is 1.8. You know,
people just really hate the corporate office.
People just really fucking hate those guys.
I wonder if someone's ever gone to the corporate office and like walked up to the front desk and be like, "Yeah, can I get a number 9 large with a soda? Can I get the Crunch Taco Supreme Deluxe Goy meal, please?"
I bet you some guy was like, "You're gonna give me explosive diarrhea? I'll give you something explosive over." I bet there was some fucking Ted Kaczynski motherfucker in that crowd outside Taco. I bet you there's a guy that goes in there every week to yell at them, and that's why the security guard's like, "Get out of here! It's for your own safety, dude." It's
he goes in there and he says, "I'm about to blow up this bathroom." I just ate 7 tacos. I'm fixing to blow up your bathroom.
How many fucking firecracker pranks in their bathroom do you think happen like daily? Not annually, not fucking monthly, daily.
Oh man.
I bet that is the only bad thing or like bad review bombing any corporation has gotten ever. Am I right or am I right? A nice segue to the next topic.
I wasn't even done. I was gonna say there's probably like a 3D animated Minecraft intro of someone like using a C4 in the Taco Bell bathroom.
Dude, what if? Okay, hold up. Minecraft Taco Bell HQ. Making it fit. There was nothing. There's only a Taco Bell location. Boo.
Come on.
Some guy made fucking Taco Bell in Minecraft. Wait.
Man. Have you ever seen those like...
Oh my god. There was some fucking... On the Minecraft subreddit, there is a fucking photograph of the Taco Bell HQ that was posted 13 years ago.
What? Okay, send me that.
It's in the Ideas channel. I'm gonna post it in Garbage Man as well.
At the Taco Bell headquarters. Interesting choice of half stone, half sugarcane. Oh man.
Fucking Minecrafters, dude.
Man, they didn't have the sugarcane farm when I was there, unfortunately.
Well, they took
I would have taken a bite.
Just fucking eat the grass. Like a cow. Dude, that's probably why the security guard was there, just to watch over the fucking
Maybe that's why the grass wasn't there. Maybe they just had too many people come along and eat it.
Too many fucking Minecrafters, dude. I can imagine like little 13-year-old boys soy boying at it. Oh, check it out, check it out. It's fucking sugarcane, dude.
Man, have you ever seen those stupid Minecraft 3D intros where it's like some guy just like jumps off a building and kills himself, and then it says like Epic Swag Gaming 345.
I do. I've seen so many of those. Like one of them where you just straight up fucking sexually assaults a girl. Yeah. And it's like some 12-year-old boy's intro.
Here, this is a classic. Hold on. I happen to have this on hand.
He's 12 and he's already committing sexual crimes against minors. Like, you can't even make that up.
And I'm putting this in the Ideas channel. I'll play it on the screen. And, like I'll edit it in later. This is a classic.
Oh my god. Dude, that's actually a little kid.
Turn the airport to a
You can't
shooting
show that on screen. You can't show that on YouTube, dude. Fucking do it. Just don't do it. It's just a fucking kid.
It's a
I will say though,
classic.
his editing skills, amazing. I bet you, this guy is the most prolific child predator on Minecraft right now.
Yeah, this was like the best editing of 2015. Oh
my
man.
God.
And speaking of the worst intros, I think Mr. Beast did a series called The Worst Intros on his channel. You want to talk about Mr. Beast?
Oh yeah, dude. Look, listen, honestly, before I used to hate Mr. Beast. I used to think he was fake. I used to think that, you know, but turns out he's a real one, you know? All the fucking sexual assaults happening I want to work there right now. Dude, I haven't touched a boob in so long. I would love to be there.
Yeah, I was
Just
gonna
like-
say, are you gonna be on the offensive or the defensive?
Dude, I will be harassing all the contestants in his videos. All of them. Not just the men, but the women and the Can't fucking finish it, man. I can't take it seriously. What the fuck?
Man.
Listen, I get it. I feel like if I had a multi-billion-dollar YouTube channel, I would probably run it in a similar way to Mr. Beast.
Yeah,
I
if
just
you were,
wouldn't be
like,
as much of an
a
asshole.
crazy person.
Okay, the thing is, let's be real here for a second, right? Guy loves money. Like, that's his
Yeah.
whole shtick. His whole shtick, he didn't want to be... He's not in it to be a philanthropist. He's not in it to, like, fucking make money. He's in it to be, like, the biggest YouTuber. And, like, he's willing to do whatever it takes. He's, like, single-minded in his pursuit. He's not doing all the good stuff to be, like, good. He's doing it because it helps him, like, grow a public image and grow a brand. But that's fine.
Yeah, he's also doing it because
Actually-
he's the Antichrist. You heard about
Well,
that?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I know he's the Antichrist, he's the Beast, 666, whatever.
Yeah.
At the same
Have you
time,
seen,
like-
so there, like everyone's seen the videos from Dogpack 404. That guy's been uploading stuff. Have you seen the Antichrist cut? Like it was deleted out of the original video, but it was then like re-uploaded.
No,
It's
what?
a couple minutes. We can watch it.
The Antichrist cut?
Yeah, we can watch the Antichrist cut.
Fucking show me, dude.
All right, hold on. We're gonna take a pause so I can get this set up. All right, here we go.
Alright, Matthew
Okay, now I
7:15.
personally don't subscribe to any religion. I think there's wisdom in many religious texts. I don't take them literally, but to each their own. The only reason I'm talking about this theory that, you know, Mr. Beast is the Antichrist or whatever is because it's so popular that multiple people, Mr. Beast works in the Bible Belt, and multiple people at Mr. Beast talked to me about this theory as if they legitimately believe there is a chance that Mr. Beast is the Antichrist.
I like that the idea that just everyone working at Mr. Beast is just like thinking that he's the
Hey, welcome to
Antichrist.
Antichrist Inc. How can I help you today? It's like,
Like they're all on shoot with Mr. Beast, and they're just like quaking. They're just like afraid of him.
they're like,
And
you
as
know
I
what?
talk-
I don't care. I get to see all the women's titties. Like, it's fine, whatever. It's all
Talk
the
about this,
sexual-
keep in mind with religious texts, there's many different translations and interpretations. Okay, I just watched like one video
Get to
and
the
read the
point.
Wikipedia article on the Book of Revelation. I'm just going to present the evidence that Mr. Beast is the Antichrist as I see it, and it's quite baffling to be honest. So the Book of Revelation is the final part in the Christian Bible. It is
Yeah,
a prophecy describing how the world will end. It describes two beasts. First, the beast from the sea, who is the Antichrist,
Team
and the
seas.
second beast from the earth, which is the
Team
false
trees.
prophet. The theory is actually that
Oh
Mr.
my
Beast is the second
God.
beast, by the way. This second beast performed great miracles.
I feel like we read this on an
Pulling up the
episode like a
fucking-
year
yes,
ago.
We did. It's the fucking 4chan text. Oh my god, get to the point. Is he just gonna
It
reiterate
made
this?
fire come down out of heaven to earth in the sight of everyone, and it deceived all of the people living.
He's putting that in.
Yes, he just put
fucking CGI laser.
To illustrate Mr. Beast bringing fire down to the earth, he just put like a clip of one of the CGI scenes from Mr. Beast's video.
On earth by means of the miracles which it was allowed to perform in the presence of the first beast.
20 million.
So this second beast is a false prophet performing great miracles as a means of distraction to get people to worship him. When Mr. Beast first started seeing success on YouTube, he bought a church.
Where the heck are we? And what do you film here?
Yeah, so
Yeah, churches are actually quite cheap depending on where you look. You can get a church for like 50 grand.
Dude, I saw a church in like Nova Scotia for 60 grand. It's not really that hard.
Maybe we'll have to set up GARBAGEMICE HQ.
But the question is, why the fuck would Mr. Beast buy a church?
Well, he's about to explain that it's because there's no, like, he lives in like an area that doesn't have warehouses.
to be specific,
Which I don't even know if I believe that. Like, you're telling me you can't get like an unfinished warehouse in North Carolina?
Let's see.
you're in a church. So when I first started, there's just no warehouses or studios in Greenville, North Carolina. Yeah. So there are a lot of churches, though. We're in the Bible Belt. Yeah. So I bought a church, and then we converted it by just like, basically taking all the pews out, just converted it into a studio.
Literally removing imagery of Jesus and replacing it with the mark of the beast. Mr. Beast
Dude, they've been using the same logo at Mr. Beast for like I've mentioned before that I've like just by happen chance I've been watching, like I've been subscribed to Mr. Beast since like way before he went viral. So I remember when they like swapped out the old logo that was stolen for the new one. Like they've been using that same logo for like since like 2018 probably. Like they've been using that logo for so long, and it looks so stupid. Like it looks like something that a 5-year-old drew on Fiverr. Like I don't understand why they're still using that logo.
It looks recognizable enough for me, right? Like it's
sure recognizable, but I don't know here.
It's ugly. It's ugly.
We're gonna have to pull up a comparison. Mr. Beast logo. Okay, so that's the old one right there.
Yeah.
And then like this is the new one. Like, bro, that thing looks like it just smoked like even more cigars than you did.
I don't have any problem with the logo, dude. Listen, it feels just like a furry. It's just like it's like a
new
cool
Mr. Beast allegation. Mr. Beast has a furry avatar. No,
that's his persona, dude. It's fucking furry David Bowie.
The Mr. Beast furry persona.
Look up David Bowie. Look up David Bowie.
David Bowie.
David Bowie.
What, just like a picture of him?
Yeah, like a picture. Well, like this picture. Hold up.
Oh, you mean the one with like the red lightning on his face? Yeah, it kind of looks like that.
It's literally furry David Bowie, dude. Like, check it out. It's fine. It's whatever. It's the classiest furry. It's even got the same like lightning. It's literally the same lightning strike. It's fine.
Oh man, that's funny.
Also, why does he look like that soldier who took like 8,000 meths in World War II?
What, you mean Dogpack?
No, like David Bowie in the picture I said.
Bowie. I don't know, man.
Look at the picture.
That was a different time. Whatever year that picture was taken in, that's a different time.
Dude, hold up.
But we gotta get through this video. We're halfway through the Mr. Beast Antichrist allegations.
Also died and then rose on the third day. Mr. Beast has performed great miracles. And Mr. Beast teaches children to worship money, which the Bible clearly describes as the root of all evil.
Okay, maybe that's his strongest point.
Yeah, I think that's his weakest point.
Really? Okay.
In the Bible, Christ...
Oh, you want to say something?
I feel like Mr. Beast promotes giving away money, right? Like, he wants the kids' money, but he's like, guys, look at how generous I am. Like, don't keep your money. Just leave it be. Give me your money so I can give it away. Like, that's kind of his whole shtick.
I don't know.
Anyway, keep going.
Also warns, beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly They are ravenous wolves.
I
Now, the main
have a
function of
feeling
this second
that he was gonna show a picture of like Mr. Beast in a fucking sheep outfit. Dude, sheep's clothing, or like him wearing a fucking wool jacket.
They got like Mr. Beast in the mink coat.
I swear, I was half expecting him to show that because he showed the fucking CGI satellite raining fire on Earth. We could fucking find a photo of Mr. Beast wearing a fucking sweater. It's great.
beast or false prophet is to get the world to worship the first beast. He is not the Antichrist. He is the spokesperson for the Antichrist. And the false prophet also causes people to get the mark of the beast, which is a mark literally placed on the forehead or the wrist of an individual. The Bible describes that without this mark, people will not be able to buy or sell. But getting this mark is considered an
I mean, that's something that probably is like realistically going to happen in the future. Like, do you disagree? Like the idea that like cash is going to go away and you just have to use like, I don't know, they'll probably let people use like their smartphone for a while. Like people use Apple Pay or whatever. And then at some point it's like, oh, you gotta slap your forehead on the counter at Walmart so it can scan your...
You gotta fucking headbutt the checkout machine.
Yeah,
Dude,
so it can scan your head chip.
Fucking slam your face down. The transaction doesn't go through unless you give yourself a concussion.
Yeah, you gotta slam your head down fast enough that the money just like digitally flies out.
Oh no, I know what it is.
Hmm.
So you know how in India they have those little dots on their forehead?
Oh yeah, that's the Mr. Beast.
India superpower by 2030. They're gonna force everybody to wear those things.
That's the Mr. Beast red dot challenge.
The red dot challenge. Okay, keep going.
forgivable sin. So if Mr. Beast is the second beast, who is the first? And what is this mark? Well, some Christians speculate that
What did you even say?
I have expected, like, I am the first beast.
the mark of the beast will be a medically implanted computer chip, similar to a Neuralink, something that Mr. Beast has expressed great interest in.
The Neuralink actually works, and you can be in symbiosis with technology and just download things to your brain. You'll be able to make so much money that it doesn't matter how much the procedure will cost. So I think like the first few would probably go for an absurd amount of money, right? Because like even if you had $0, you could just hypothetically borrow $100,000, get it, because once you have infinite, bandwidth to unlimited knowledge, you could make unlimited money.
Money. I feel like he's just making people less human.
Probably.
For sure.
Probably.
For sure.
Probably.
For sure. He's making people less human.
Donaldson has openly admitted that he sees personality as a limitation for growth. I can believe that he said that.
Dude, he
that
has
sounds
no
pretty
fucking
accurate to him.
personality anymore. He literally has no personality in his videos. He's just a guy who's there at this point.
Yeah.
The only people with personalities were fucking Chandler and Chris Dyson.
Yeah. Oh man, we know what kind of personality Chris had. That was all the kids loved him.
Oh yeah, he was truly a child at heart.
Oh man.
Probably.
Mr. Beast has been a spokesperson for Elon Musk on many occasions, but he's also been a spokesperson for Steve Jobs and PewDiePie and Mark Rober, the mark of the beast.
Oh,
Obviously, this is all up to your...
I can see why he removed this from the original video.
Dude, so the original video is kind of like, it's a little rambly, but it's well built. And then in the middle of it, there's a fucking schizo mode. You just go, dude, the fucking Ghost
is
is
so
referencing
good.
this shit. This is fucking Ghost Thread shit, bro.
Man, what if Dogpack is Ghost Zerad? What if they've just been the same person this entire time?
Okay, to be fair, his latest video, Dogpack, was absolute fucking shit. Like, the whole video is like, theoretic, like, as far as I heard, there's an alleged allegation of sexual misconduct for this alleged guy. Here's the proof, guys. Oh wait, I don't have any.
Yeah, I remember thinking that too when I watched it. Like, this is pretty weak. Anyway,
Yeah,
we got
like-
like 30 seconds left. Let's try to get through this.
Interpretation. Personally, what makes the most sense to me is that the Antichrist would not be a person, but a company. The company of YouTube. Or Google. I mean,
I could fully believe that Google is the Antichrist. I am with him on this one. I don't think that I can deny that Google might be the Antichrist.
Okay, for the most schizophrenic thing I heard last year, sure, this is actually pretty fine. I'm cool with it. I can just see myself walking into the wrong church and in the middle of the homily.
This guy's the pastor.
In the middle of the homily is well, the Bible warned us of the Antichrist. Google.com. do you hear about Susan Wojcicki?
Yeah. Did you hear that she died?
Oh shit, yeah, I forgot.
Oh man. Good riddance.
Jesus fucking Christ, man.
Google
Well, to be
did
fair,
drop.
she basically killed Monkey Jones or whatever sense of fucking humor he had, so yeah.
Yeah, Monkey won.
Monkey
won in the end.
He fucking phones what was the guy's name? Asperger, like Walter White in fucking Breaking Bad. I won.
I won.
Their strange motto of don't be evil. And Mr. Beast has dedicated his life to promoting YouTube. He's inexplicably motivated to do so. Again, this is sick lore. Personally, I don't believe any of it literally, except for the fact that I do believe YouTube will cause the death of humanity.
Yeah, pretty based.
Okay, to be fair, yeah, sure, I agree. You know what? I respect him for at least not saying TikTok.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe that's a good candidate. Maybe TikTok is the Antichrist. I'd believe that too.
Dude, what if the Antichrist is a guy named Bob?
Yeah,
Like,
just
he's
some
just
random
chilling.
guy.
He's just chilling in fucking North Hungary.
Yeah, he lives in a trailer park in Louisiana.
He lives in trailer park Louisiana. Suddenly, everybody starts worshiping him for no fucking reason. Like, what the fuck, guys? I didn't know I was the Antichrist. Take it easy. You know? Anyway, that was this. So, I don't know. Is there anything we can add to the Mr. Beast conversation?
There's a couple more things.
Okay, sure.
I just had to let my cat in, but now I'm back. I'm ready to lock in on Mr. Beast.
Oh my god, he's gonna fucking Antichrist me.
Yeah. But there's one thing that I thought was kind of interesting in the video, in his first video, that I think that I'm the only person that's actually fact checked this. But it's kind of a weird thing to know that he may have lied about this. You know the section where he says that Mac, the contestant guy, the fake contestant, he moved to North Carolina and got a massive house?
Yep.
I mean, according to public records, he actually didn't. The same public records that Dawson cites in his video, if you actually look at Mac's white pages and look at his address, it's about half the size of what Dogpack claims in his video. It doesn't have 7 bathrooms. It doesn't have a movie theater. It's not worth $1 million. It's just kind of like an upper middle class house.
I think he was talking about the Mr. Beast compound, right?
No, it's he was specifically talking about Mac's house.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's the kind of thing that you couldn't mistake, because it's his name is public. You can look him up in public records, because that's just the country that we live in, where everything is public. You can see his address, and you can match up shots from that one YouTube video where he's in his kitchen. You can match that up to pictures on the real estate listing and see that, yeah, this is the right house. And it's just not anywhere near as nice as he claims it is, as Dogpack claims it is. So it's a thing that you couldn't really mistake. He had to have just lied about that. I'd want to ask him about that and see
I think
how did you mess that up?
I think you can unironically email him about it and see his response. Actually, after this recording is finished, I'm gonna fucking email him and ask him, hey, what was that about, dude? But we'll fucking see.
Yeah, that would be interesting to see. I think the only funny thing is that or the only thing in the video that actually like made me laugh. So you remember that part at the end where the there's like that guy that he's a black guy that had won $1 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember watching that last part where he says that he asked Mr. Beast for like advice on how to invest. And Mr. Beast like was apparently gonna help him and then just didn't. And so like none of that money ended up getting invested. It's like I'm kind of blown away by that. Like, is this guy like what is wrong with this guy where he can't figure out how to invest that money on his own? Like,
well, to be fair, like that happens to a lot of lottery winners where if you suddenly get a large influx of money, you wouldn't know what to do with it, dude. Like nobody would.
but like there specifically was like $50,000 that was going to be set aside for him to invest. And it's like, can you not find some like random Jewish investment firm that'll take 50 grand from you and invest it? Like, are you serious, man? I had to rewatch that part of the video a couple times because I couldn't believe it. Like, I couldn't believe that this guy, he lost out on so much money just because he couldn't figure out how to open up I don't know, TD Ameritrade. You can't open up a TD Ameritrade account on your own. And like every single major ETF on the stock market has like tripled since this guy won that money. Like he missed out on so much money. And so, like it's no wonder this guy's life was in complete shambles before Mr. Beast made him a millionaire. Like it's no wonder that this guy like oh man, if he didn't get on Mr. Beast's camera and shuck and jive for $1 million, this guy would still be in the gutter. Like I couldn't believe it. Oh
my god, that is quite funny. I don't know. I have a little bit of sympathy for him, right? Because like, you know, if you spend your whole money fucking living paycheck to paycheck, then the first thing you're gonna want to do when you start actually getting money is blow it all away. And I only say this because personally, only like recently have I figured out how not to spend money. I know it's shocking, but it fucking takes some restraint, man. It's not.
yeah, it's hard not to go to the cigar shop and just start moving like the government, spending all that money like it's nothing.
Hell yeah, you know it. No, even before cigars, I'd like fucking walk to a 7-Eleven and then buy my groceries there, you know? I'd like buy 8 loaves of bread at the 7-Eleven for 8 times the price at my local fucking Safeway. It's not fucking good, man. I don't know.
That's crazy.
I get it. But I have something else to talk about, like, but fuck
Okay,
this whole
what's
Mr. Beast
that?
situation. I want to start talking about like fucking autism stories
Oh boy.
again. So, we were having this party, right? I was invited to this club by a friend of mine, and outside we were all like basically the same group going there. And outside the club, there's this guy waiting in front of me. He's been like, I arrived early and he was already there in line. And I stand behind
Man.
him. Generally, you know, I'm not one to judge, but he was like a decent looking guy, you know, tall, you know, muscular or whatever. I don't mind. But it took half a fucking hour before they even like went in, the fucking club owners. So I strike up a conversation with him, like, hey, like, you've been waiting here for long? He's like, yeah, I only arrived like 10 minutes before you did. Like, cool. And we get to talking while the fucking club is opening. And he starts bitching about his ex-girlfriend. I'm like, dude, I know, my ex is a bitch too. And then he's talking about her acting like in an actually not very bitchy way. Like she was just concerned that he was staying out or whatever, and he was pissed off about it. He's like, if you can't learn how to be a normal person, you know, I'm not gonna fucking be with you. I'm like, yeah, that's fine, but some people, you know, they got issues. He's like, I'm autistic, and I learned how to act normal. I'm like, you know what, dude? Yeah, sure. Fair enough. You know, I'm autistic too. He's like, cool. And so the gravity of I am autistic coming from him I think I underestimated that. Because then we got inside, the party got rolling, everybody was like the DJ started putting up music on the dance floor. And then as I'm walking past, I see him in the middle of the dance floor talking to like this group of people and like really focusing on shit. He's like, the DJ should be playing this instead. And on his phone,
Oh no.
he was playing Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar. Just dropped the week earlier.
No.
And the fucking DJ was right there, right in front of him. Like, the fucking club was banging. And then in the middle of the dance floor, you can faintly hear, O-V-Ho. Oh, yes, this fucking. I'm like, oh, yeah, no, this guy's autistic. No, he wasn't lying about that. And then the day finishes. Like, I'm getting packed up to leave. I got this girl, like, we're hanging out. You know, we're very busy with each other.
Whoa.
Yeah, you know, my tongue's deep in her throat. Shit's going down. Parties is like getting heated, and then he comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, dude." I look at him like, "Yeah, what's up?" He's like, "I can't pull any bitches today."
I think he's too ahead of his time. When the average IQ lowers down to like 52.5, I think that kind of Riz is gonna be like he's gonna be pulling like nobody else.
I told him, "Shit, man, that sucks. You'll get him next time, Tiger." He's like, "Hell yeah, brother." And then we exchange Instagrams, and I get back to the girl, and he leaves.
Man. Defeated once again.
Defeated once again. Foiled. And I'm like, okay. There's autism and there's autism. But I think this guy's right in the middle. Right in the middle of this.
He's not the worst of the worst. It could be worse.
Yeah, recently I've been going outside trying to discover myself in the clubs lately. And I discovered clubs kind of fucking suck, dude. Like, they're actually just not for me.
And you're not one for the lifestyle.
Thing is, like, I'll go there with friends and they'll be dancing on the dance floor, being like having the time of their life, and I'll be just standing next to them. I'll try to dance for a bit. Maybe I'll even last an hour. But then I'll go to the corner like that fun fucking meme, and I'm like, the music's too loud. I'd rather be home right now. I'd rather be doing anything else. Because at the end of the day,
they don't know what kind of cigars I smoke.
Because if you're not spending fucking $50 at the bar to get shit-faced or pre-gaming like some sort of fucking degenerate, you're just gonna stand there and... There's some music. There's some girls at the club who are usually, like, rude. And, like, that's it. There's fucking... What do you go to the clubs for? Can you tell me? Can you give me an idea?
Yeah. I don't know, maybe you go to the club to, like, find new podcast guests. Like, hey guys, hey DJ, can you play episode number 4 of my podcast on the sound system?
Hey DJ, can you play fucking all the single ladies? Hey DJ, play. Oh my god, it reminds me. You know what is kind of like that? Karaoke. Karaoke is exactly like that, because it's like a club, it's like a party, everybody's sitting and drinking, and then like the customers, the karaoke singers, can decide the music. I will say, there are some really bad tastes at the karaoke club, because every single time you go there, and everybody will be banging, you'll hear banger after banger, you'll hear like people actually performing like nice songs, good songs, whatever, and then you'll get like this like slightly overweight, hair messy girl who just broke up with her boyfriend 2 years ago and still upset about it. And she'll get on the stage and like play the saddest, most miserable song ever.
And she'll be like, I knew you were trouble when you walked in.
No, because that's kind of fucking a beat, right? That's you can kind of
maybe that would bang at karaoke.
That would bang at karaoke. I'm saying they'll say, and I believe your life, and I fucked your wife, and shit like that, you know? They'll play the saddest song ever, and everybody in the club will just be waiting for them to fucking finish. before like somebody comes up and sings Banana Man or whatever, it's like everybody loses their shit. You know, it's like, dude, listen. I get it. I get venting. I get that sometimes nights can be emotional, especially without your long-term partner. But please, for the love of God, don't fucking come and ruin my karaoke night and stop screaming into the microphone. I beg of you. I literally beg of you. But speaking of which,
And I will always love you. Sorry, I thought I was at the karaoke club.
dude, actually, dude, it's like fucking somebody will come up and play like "I Will Always Think of You" from the fucking Titanic song, dude. Somebody will fucking play that Titanic song. Just no sense for the club.
They'll just like scream it into the mic.
I
And
I actually remember the fucking. So me and my friends, we went to this island to club, right? We went from Vancouver, which is like a huge city, to this backwater fucking town of complete junkies called Nanaimo. It's on Vancouver Island. First night we went there, we went because one of our friends was like there, and he told us there was like a club event. Sure, we'll go, whatever. We decide to pregame, and we go and buy a vodka bottle, and each one of us takes a few shots, and then we leave it in an empty parking lot, and then we go to the club. At the club, my friends are getting drunker and drunker and drunker. I'm 4 shots in. I'm just buzzed a little bit. And then this guy is like the skinniest guy you've ever seen in your life. He is like literally half my weight. He's like, dude, I can't get drunk no matter how many shots I take. I've taken like 6 shots already and I'm still like sober. I'm like, okay, let's go back to the vodka bottle. We don't want to waste all your money on the club drinks. And so we go there. And there's a homeless guy eyeing the vodka bottle.
oh no.
Like, as we are approaching the parking lot, the guy just shows up out of nowhere and like is hovering over it. And I'm like, what can I do? I have the perfect solution. Yo, dude! I yell for the homeless guy. He looks at me and you could see in his eyes something was afoot. You could see hints of death, pain, misery, and methamphetamine in those dark, dark, murderous eyes. I ask him, do you smoke? He's like, yeah, man. And so I pull out a fucking backwoods cigar and I give it to him.
Yo, that guy hit the lottery that night.
He goes away, and then me and my friend like go to the vodka bottle. It had been yet untouched. And so he starts taking shot after shot after shot after shot after shot. Still not getting drunk.
Stop.
He's still not getting drunk. And I'm like, this is weird. Usually people would be drunk by now. And then from the other end of the parking lot, we start hearing the homeless guy, I'm gonna fucking come! I'm gonna come!
Oh no.
And so I'm like, oh shit, the homeless guy's fucking freaking out. I look at my friend and I tell him, alright dude, let's get the fuck out of here. He's like, why? Let's get the fuck out of here, dude. Shut the fuck up, follow me. And so we run away, as suddenly now in the distance, it is not 1, but 2 homeless guys, and then 3. And they're all screaming, and their screams are getting closer and closer. They're fucking chasing after us. we run for like 10 minutes, and then I think we outpace them, or we take a fucking turn that they don't see us take. And now we're sitting on this weird abandoned hill. I pull out one of my big fat fucking Cuban cigars. I light it up and I start smoking, because holy shit, we just survived with our lives. And meanwhile, my buddy's still like drinking from an open vodka bottle. I tell him, okay, I think you've had enough.
Just the most normal thing in Canada.
Most normal thing, like 2 fucking brown dudes in this city. And by the way, this is
an open vodka bottle running away.
This is literally the whitest city. Like, all the homeless people are white. That's how you know it's like fucking white city. You know, whitey. Whitey wants to keep the brown man down.
Whitey.
Yeah. Well then, suddenly, I have the open vodka bottle in front of me. And it's like mostly finished. My friend is sitting on like a fence nearby. And a cop car comes rolling down slowly. And then he opens his window. 2 brown guys in the middle of the night Up to no good. At this point, I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna get arrested. He's gonna fucking kill me. He rolls down his window. Tell him, hello, officer. He looks at me. He smiles. He says, nice stogie, and he speeds off.
Oh, yo.
He's fucking complimenting that big fat fucking Cuban cigar I'm smoking. Dude, I almost shit my pants. He didn't even see the vodka bottle, thank God.
He was just too focused on that tree log that you had lit up.
Exactly. And so
Smoking
we're
the
walking back to the
fattest
club.
Siggy.
The fattest fucking blunt in his life. We're walking back to the club, and suddenly, my friend starts tripping over.
Oh no, it's all hitting him.
He like falls into a black guy walking out the club with his girlfriend. I'm like, huh, okay, this is fucked up. And then when we get in the club, oh, he keeps telling this girl who's behind us in line how fucking drunk he is and that he's taken like 18 shots. I keep telling him like, dude, calm the fuck down. We get in the club, he's collapsing. He is collapsing on the floor. I bring him some water. We start dancing. I'm like, you know what? I'll have to babysit this motherfucker. There is this morbidly obese girl dancing next to us, and I don't say that to be disparaging. I say that because she is 8 times my size.
You need to be descriptive here.
Listen,
oh man,
this guy is literally into like the skinniest women you've ever seen, and somehow he looks at this. Again, I'm not saying this to be disparaging. It's just like shocking to me.
you got to be accurate here, you know.
And then he goes in. She has a beer in her hand. He goes in to drink from her beer.
No.
She looks at him. She's
No,
like,
don't scare
"It's
the
my
hose away,
beer.
man.
He's not my beer." I told her, "Don't worry about it. He's a little drunk." He's like, "What? What? Is that your beer?" And then by the way, she was with her boyfriend. Her boyfriend was like the twinkiest motherfucker you've ever seen in your life. And he was mortified at this dude just trying to fucking steal his girlfriend's drink. He sits like, and then she walks away. I'm like, okay, let's keep dancing. He's like, dude, did I just harass a girl? I'm like, no, dude, it's fine. And then he breaks down on the floor and starts crying.
No.
I harassed a girl.
No, man, no.
And so, like, after he collapses a few more times,
A few more times.
a few more times, like, well, he fucking fell like Peter Griffin in that one Family Guy episode outside the bathroom as he's walking out. The club guys come see him, the bouncers, and like, all right, you're done. And so they carry him away. Me and my friend, we try to like follow him. They're like, don't follow us, but we follow them anyway. And then we get out of the club, and then he's sitting on the curb crying. I just got kicked out of the club. They're gonna kick me out of university. They're gonna find out. I'm gonna fucking my future's over, dude. I'm like, dude, okay, it's time to fucking go. At this point, it was like 3 a.m. and we had no motel, no nothing. We were just and no place like to go. And we start like going around the city looking for like a motel or anywhere we can just like relax. We have to carry this guy on our shoulders because he's drunk as shit. And I'm sober somewhat with 2 of the drunkest motherfuckers you've seen. To make a long story short, like the most notable thing that happened while we're roaming around the city is we passed by like 3 homeless dudes sitting on the sidewalk, and beside us there was like a homeless guy. In front of us on the road was a homeless guy, and to our right was another homeless guy. They were all walking. And these 2 fucking idiots started screaming on top of their lungs, "Dude, what if a homeless guy comes and stabs us right now? I am so scared, dude. I am so scared if a homeless guy comes and stabs us." And I have to be like, "Nah, don't worry about it. People, like, they're people. People are cool, right, guys? Right? You guys are cool. We cool. Because the fucking homeless guys were giving us dagger fucking eyes.
Oh no.
And after that experience, we decided to go back to the fucking island the second time, this time with a motel. And in the motel, I go to the karaoke bar.
Oh boy. So what goes down at the karaoke bar? What songs did you sing?
They get drunk as fuck again. And, you know, it's two different guys. Well, it's the guy who got super drunk last time and a guy who wasn't there last time. And I sang well. I got the club moving. I can show you some dance moves I did. Don't share it, but I can show it to you later. So these motherfuckers. Okay, so little backstory. Before we went in the karaoke club, and before we even went to the island, this guy was like, "Listen, dude, I know you've been single for a long time. I'm gonna like wingman for you, right?" I'm like, "Dude, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'll let you know. Like, thank you for offering." And so we go to the karaoke club. He's already pre-gamed like 8 shots.
He's just like me. I'm sipping on a pineapple vodka bottle right now. I'm just
Yeah.
like you guys in the parking lot.
We sit down, and next to me are these two beautiful ladies. One is very thin, but still dressed very classily. The other, she's a little more rotund, but not in a very. She's curvy. She's curvy. She's a curvy girl. I did like the girl who was like dressed fancy, just because I fucking love that. As soon as we sit down, I'm not kidding. Like literally 10 seconds after we sit down. Hey, artillery! Do you want me to ask this girl out for you?
No,
He's
man,
screaming
no.
at the top of his lung. I'm like, okay, dude, just hang out, just listen. Like, calm down, dude, calm down. Dude, artillery, let me ask her out for you, man. I'm gonna ask for her number for you. He's like, dude, calm down. Like, I'll tell you think she looks cute. It's calm. Fuck that. We literally just sat down. Literally, right now, we just fucking sat down. He's like, okay. And then he pauses for 10 seconds. I'm gonna ask the girl next to you out.
Man, I'm telling you, they're ahead of their time. This is gonna be the kind of game that,
He's drunk
in
as
like
shit.
10 years, we're gonna be in a whole new world. This is gonna be the kind of stuff Andrew Tate is talking about.
Anyway.
You gotta be loud. You gotta be the loudest man in the club. If you aren't the loudest man in the club, how are they gonna hear you?
Oh my fucking god, dude, that's perfect impression. Keep it up. Keep it up.
I've never been able to do a good Andrew Tate until now. That's the first time I've done it. I've like failed miserably so many times. I don't know how I just whipped that out.
So funny you should. Anyway, he's like, I'm gonna ask her out. I'm like, fucking. Like, I did want to ask her out, but like, thanks. You go ahead now. You fucking do that mouth. And he leans into me. He puts his hand next to his mouth, like as if to whisper. He gets right up in my ear. I lean closer to him. He's like, the thin one, not the fat one.
Yo, chill, yo.
Jesus fucking Christ. Like, dude, do whatever. She's like, I'm gonna get up and ask her now. And then she gets up and goes to the bathroom. Right at that moment. He's like, oh, she got up. I'll ask her again. He's screaming at the top of his fucking lungs. I swear to God. So minutes go by, and then I'm waiting for my song to come up. They're talking about like asking girls out the whole fucking time. He's like, I'm gonna ask her out now. I'm gonna ask her out now. And then this Indian guy, this. I don't have much of a problem with him. My friends did for whatever reason. Because as soon as he sat down and started talking to these girls, he's like, oh man, no, the fucking short, fat, balding Indian guy's beating us to it. Starts screaming that. Sitting right next to him. I'm like, cool, whatever. And so, I get up, I bust a move, I do some dances, and they're like, alright, dude, I, like, whatever. As we're leaving, he goes up to her, he asks for her number. And the Indian guy's like, she's from Seattle. She's leaving soon. And so we leave the club, and we immediately beeline to another club. We leave the club. The Indian guy stays in the club. We beeline to another club. The Indian guy's there.
He teleported.
He fucking
teleported. He went
dude.
through the tunnels.
He literally
New York
went through
City has the Jew tunnels. Wherever
He
this
went through the
place is has the
fucking Jew
Indian
tunnels.
tunnels.
And so I'm like, cool, whatever. And I really don't want to go in that club again. It's the same club that the same shit happened last time. And I don't feel it, right? I don't have the vibe for it. And so I decided to go back to the karaoke club where I meet this. Where I go outside, I see it like I see somebody smoking a pipe. I'm like, huh, that's interesting. I'm gonna whip out one of my cigars. Gonna be one of us smoking a pipe, one of us smoking a cigar. And I start smoking the cigar, and then I discover that the person smoking the pipe is actually like a girl, and she's fucking doing a vape pen. It's a fucking THC vape pen. But we
A
stand
cigar
outside.
and a vape pen.
Yeah, we stand
Yeah.
outside. We talk. There's no chemistry, but like it's fun to talk to people, right? And then suddenly, like her friends start showing up, and like this is like fucking. I actually don't want to fucking talk about it, but one of her friends was like, like, I don't know how to describe it. It was a man, like a man's man, dressed not in drag, but like in women's clothing, no makeup, clean shaven. Like girls' clothing, I'm like slutty club girls' clothing.
I don't know. Is this one of them?
Like
Are you
I
telling
don't
me
know.
this is one of them?
I don't know what pronouns that person used, okay? And frankly, I don't give a fuck, because that person was creepy as shit. He came outside, and, like, he would start putting his hands around the girl, and, like, fucking touching... She was clearly uncomfortable with it, by the way. She was, like, completely fucking weirded out. I'm like, huh, that's weird. And then he'd go back inside, and then me and the girl keep talking, and then he brings out one of his friends, and his friend keeps talking to me, as he is like now holding the girl and like trying to kiss her, but she's moving her face away from him every time he tries to kiss her, and he keeps trying to kiss her. It is the fucking creepiest shit I saw all day, dude. It was fucking disgusting.
I'm only laughing because this is just like the kind of thing that I imagine just happens in like trashy cities,
It's a very trash
and
shit.
people
Again,
still live there.
there's a huge homelessness problem there. She was smoking a fucking THC vape pen outside. Guy was like, "I'm so drunk, I had 4 shots." Because apparently, having 4 shots justifies you acting like a complete fucking degenerate creep. And like, what am I supposed to do about this? They're clearly established friends. Like, they rode together. They have other friends in the friend group. Meanwhile, I literally just met her 10 minutes ago. I literally just met this friend group 10 minutes ago. The fuck am I supposed to do? Like, you know, it's fucking weird. Am I gonna go like, hey, don't find... She's clearly uncomfortable, dude. Am I gonna fucking white knight? At some point, you just gotta decide, am I gonna make it my problem? Or am I just gonna, like... Am I just gonna fucking go on my way? God bless. Stay the fuck away from me.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I don't know. It felt bad at the moment. Like, it felt really bad. But as time went on, I decided, you know what? It's not my fucking problem. It's not my fucking thing to fight. Sometimes, whatever. But it's fucking weird as shit. Like, as soon... Like, every single time I try to grow as a person and fucking change my opinion on a group of individuals, somehow the group, like, somehow every individual I meet still seems to fucking weird me the fuck out, do shit like this. And I'm not saying every transgender is a fucking creep. I'm just saying it's fucking alarming.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. First Ava Chris Tyson, now this nameless guy at the club.
And was it Chris Tyson that was harassing this girl outside of karaoke? Was it him?
He
Did
looked
have
like
the stupid Mr. Beast Down syndrome tiger on his shirt.
he looked like pre-transitioned Chris Tyson. I would fucking believe it.
Maybe that's Chris's secret. He just like detransitions and then goes out in public and no one recognizes him.
It's his fucking secret persona, you know, like fucking superheroes have, like, you know, Spider-Man's Peter Parker. He just that's his
Takes
secret
off the
persona.
makeup and then no one knows who he is anymore.
It's fucking Clark Kent up in this bitch. But yeah, that was fucking. I don't know. I just wanted to talk about that. That was fucking weird.
Yeah, it sounds like a bunch of crazy nights out. And if I ever go to Canada, we'll have a crazy night out together. We'll go do that.
You know why I went to Nanaimo the second time? Because we heard from the guy who lived there that one of the clubs that was nearby that we accidentally walked into was a furry club. I'm like, huh, that's crazy.
Did you
We
see
want to go and
Richard
see
there?
it.
Did you see him?
I told Richard that I was going there specifically to see furries, but turns out it wasn't actually a furry club. I found a furry on fucking Wikifur. Wikifur.
Wait, so you like saw a guy and then you like somehow looked him up on Wikifur?
No, I looked up on Wikifur. So Wikifur has like regional furries,
Oh.
right? And this motherfucker, he was on Wikifur. And
What is Wikifur? I don't have a VPN on. I don't know if I want to look it up.
okay. Let me tell you this. They have like prominent members in each region, and the contact for these prominent members on the website. And so this guy was from Nanaimo.
Oh, was his phone number on there and you like called him?
Yeah, exactly. His phone number was on there. I called him like, "Hey, dude, I heard there was
across
a furry
the
club.
room from you."
I heard there was a furry club." He reaches back to me, and he says, "No, there isn't. There's not enough furries for a furry club. What the fuck are you on about?" I'm like, oh shit, my bad, G. Anyways, respect to the furry community. Sadly, apparently it was like an animal themed night, not a furry club. So that was sad.
Man.
Do you want to talk about the? Oh, one last thing about my group of friends, right?
Yeah.
One time, like it was me
Oh, whoops.
and like three of the guys that were
I think the recording just picked up my Windows notification. My bad.
So me and these guys were outside of a Wendy's after having eaten their chicken nugget meal. It was a great chicken nugget meal, man. It was the best chicken nugget meal you'll ever have. And we had come to the game of we put a 1 liter bottle of Pepsi in the umbrella poles on the outdoor tables. And we were seeing how far we could punch it. And that was the game we were playing. And suddenly, this really
how
skinny
does
guy.
that work?
So you know how the flag, like how the umbrella poles are like kind of hollow. So you put the bottle upside down in it. It's an empty bottle, and then you put your finger's length away from the bottle. Your hand, a finger length away. You close your fist, and then boom, you punch it as hard as you can, and see how far it goes. And we would score it based on like the fucking fence pole it flew across. And suddenly, this
sounds like a perfectly reasonable game for a group of intellectuals to be playing.
Especially outside the fine dining establishment of Wendy's.
Yeah,
What do you expect? It's a Wendy's parking lot. We're gonna do whatever. So this skinny guy with a hoodie on, in like a fairly warm night, and his hands in his hoodie pockets, comes up to us. And he says nothing.
Okay.
He says nothing. And so I'm like, "What's up, dude?" He's like, "Can I join you guys?" And I'm like,
Should probably
Sure.
say no in that situation.
"You should," but I said, "You know what? Fuck it. Sure."
We'll see what happens. See who gets stabbed from this today.
And then I had my hand like immediately in my pocket, which my pocket contains no weaponry. It just contains a box opening apparatus that I use exclusively for work, that I spent $200 on to make sure it's always sharp.
So you got a box cutter. You're about to Gus Fring this guy if he
Exactly.
pulls any funny business.
No, I'm not. I'm legally obligated to say no. I'm not gonna Gus Fring him. It was just on there for comfort, right? It was my autistic comfort item. Let's just go with that. This
All
fucking
right. I got you.
Yeah, this fucking $200 shank I have in my pocket is just my autistic comfort item that I use for opening boxes. Because he had his hands in his pockets, I had my hand in my pocket. We were 4 guys, right? 2 of us, were one guy, 6'2", 250 pounds of pure muscle. This guy goes to the gym. You will know this guy's a fucking bodybuilder. Then there's me, 6 foot, 220 pounds, very strong. You know me, you see me. I punch a wall punches back. I don't even mind. then like a skinnier dude who's a little shorter and a little skinnier, and then like a guy who is way shorter, like not way shorter, like 5'10", but like very skinny. He's like 130 pounds. And this is the only time I'll mention like my friends' weights and heights. It's not something that I care about, but in that instance, it mattered because the guy in front of us, you know, skinny, tall dude, versus four of us. He's not gonna fight four of us. He's not gonna fucking mug four of us. Right? Makes sense? There's 800 there's 800 pounds of collective man in that group. Anyway, he just stands there. I'm telling him, like, you want to know how you play? You just put your hand against it and you punch it. He's like, starts fidgeting. He's like, do you guys know any bars? Do you think there'd be bars open around here? I tell him, probably not. There's a gas station across the road, but that's it. As soon as I finish saying that, I notice. Because I looked in the direction of the gas station and looked back at him. Suddenly, it's not four dudes of 800 collective pounds of mass. It is me and the skinniest dude. I look to my left, and I see this giant motherfucker and his twink boyfriend run away from us. They're not walking away. They're fucking running away. They're running. In the Wendy's parking lot. And I look at them. I'm like, hey, dude, you want to see where these dudes went to? And I was like, yeah, sure. I was going to walk away. And the guy stays, like, he lags behind us at the Wendy's gas station because he's high as fuck on heroin or whatever. For like a minute. As we walk behind these guys, who are not running very fast, by the way. Like, they're running as fast as they can, but it's not very fast. They look back at us like, come on, dude, come on. They get in the car. Get in. And so me and my friend, we just casually open the door. We get in. We close the door. And then they fucking speed out of the parking lot like it's a fucking... Like, it's the fucking World War III happening there. Dude, these guys would not survive a fucking minute in Syria. They would not fucking survive a minute back in the home country. I look at them like... You just fucking bailed out on us. He just fucking left his, like, you thought the guy was dangerous because he had his hands in his pockets? He just fucking ran away. But like, dude, you shouldn't have talked to him. We're gonna get stabbed. We're gonna get fucking killed. He was gonna stab us with a knife. It was gonna be horrible. Like, dude, there was four of us. There's no way he's gonna fuck with us. Like, all of us. Until there was four of us, until two of you decided to fuck off and leave. Jesus fucking Christ.
Man, they're putting something in the water, I'm telling you.
And then I know, like, one guy at least I can depend on, because, like, I appreciate the fact that when it came time to fight or flight, they chose something. They didn't freeze. But at the same time, like, is it just me, or is that like a kind of a pussy move? Come on, dude, can't fucking do that.
So to like run away from just a dude, yeah, probably.
Literally just a dude. Like, in a fucking well-lit Wendy's outside at 11 p.m. while there's cars around us.
Yeah.
Like, it's a fairly busy road. We were not gonna get mugged there. The guy was probably just high as fuck on some weed or some like shrooms or whatever. And he was like, "Oh,
he probably had some like revelation that he wanted to tell you." He just sits down. He's like, "So guys, you want to hear about Mr. Beast is the Antichrist? You heard about that, man?"
Yeah, exactly. Like, dude was just fucking tweaking, and these motherfuckers decided, "Run for your life." I'm like, "Fuck's sake, dude!" Like, fucking. I am pissed off that suddenly, especially the big guy, because I was like, yeah, it's me and the big guy. It's no fucking way. Big guy just fucking runs. I'm fucking pissed off, man.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So what else is going on? What other craziness is there?
I wanted to ask about something.
What's that?
Do you think like an autism diagnosis or an ADHD diagnosis can be an information hazard? You know what an information hazard is, right?
I can infer the definition.
It's
And
something that
probably
if you know,
yes. Yeah. The answer is probably yes, because you're telling someone that there's something wrong with them that they can't fix, when that may or may not be true. That's something I've discussed in length, I think. The idea that you may or may not be able to basically just kind of push past that.
To me, it is like 100% true, even when I didn't know it. But I feel like after I figured it out, it was very easy to go be like, oh, I'm so fucking autistic. Oh, I like better take care of this shit. You know, it felt like it actively like puts you down. Right?
Yeah. I think what's probably more dangerous is the idea that like there are a lot of people out there that they'll take Adderall or ADHD medication and they'll think that that's just normal. Like they'll think that being high on an amphetamine and like the kind of focus and energy that gives you is something that like somehow everyone, like at any like neurotypical person, that's just how they feel all the time, and that's just not true.
I don't know.
That's probably even more dangerous is like that little piece of misinformation.
Because amphetamines work differently for people with ADHD. I don't like, because the issue is, you know why they're hyperactive? Is their brain does not release enough dopamine. Like, there is literally not enough dopamine to go around. So instead of feeling rewarded and content by just sitting still and doing something, their brain is constantly looking for stimulation. Like, huh, I need the dopamine, man. Like, I need the reward mechanism. What can I do about it? What can I do about it? So they'll fucking... That's where you get the hyperactivity, the impulsivity, the, like, poor long-term planning. Meanwhile, if they take Adderall, there's suddenly enough dopamine in the brain to go around. Like, it releases it. So that they can actually sit down and relax for a few minutes without, like, fucking bursting at the seams. and you'll hear a lot of these stories from people with ADHD. Like, some people, they just straight up discover they have ADHD because they'll be at a party and they'll take Adderall, but instead of, like, becoming more hyperactive and more, like, fucking party-like or whatever, they'll just sit down and decide, oh, I want to read a book right now. You know?
I may be wrong about this, but I've always been under the impression from everything that I've read that it doesn't actually affect different brains very differently. Like, yeah, it may bring some people up to a higher level than others in terms of dopamine, but it's still having a similar effect.
From what I've read, like mechanically it works the same, right? It affects the neurons in the same way, but behaviorally, because some people have less dopamine to begin with, some people will they will become like, for example, the guy I know who fucking took Adderall because he has ADHD too. He's the fucking severe one. It calms him the fuck down, and otherwise he's very hyperactive. No shit like that. And, you know...
Well, do you not think that it has that same effect on everyone?
No. For other people, the reason why they take Adderall at parties and shit like that is because it gives you more energy. It's an amphetamine. You're basically tweaking on it. Right? You're basically like, fucking, yeah, let's go, let's fucking, yeah, it gives you that energy, it gives you that motivation to go out and, like, do shit. For people with ADHD, it gives them, like, the fucking ability to sit down for a couple minutes and not be not be bored out of their fucking mind just reading something. Right? It's very debilitating, let me tell you. Like, more so than anything, the impulsivity sucks balls.
It's something I've experienced. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Does it calm down or does it, like, speed up? That's the main issue. If it speeds up,
I think it's a lot more complex than that. Like, I have a lot of thoughts going about this right now, and I don't know if it's worth me trying to explain all of it. It's probably not the most entertaining thing in the world.
Fair enough. Anyway, speaking of autism, though, you know who's autistic as fuck?
What, Zoomers?
Hideo Kojima.
Nah.
Because
who is that?
The guy who made Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, huh. Man, when did that game come out? 1984? Is it literally 1984?
I think Metal Gear 1, yes. But in Metal Gear Solid 5, which was released like 2015, Jesus Christ.
Man, okay, I wasn't even that. My joke prediction wasn't that far off. Metal Gear 1 came out in 1987.
Was that the Metal Gear of 87?
The Metal Gear of 87, no.
Well, this motherfucker, he goes and he makes a character, right? Like a female character. And her shtick is that she wears a bikini all the time, but she's in a military setting. And so, the usual suspects are like, this is sexism, this is the male gaze, this is whatever. He's like, guys. You do not to get to it. What is happening here is she is actually, when you hear the backstory of why she wears the bikini, you will be very sad at this. Right? Like, it's supposed to be like a very tragic thing as to why she wears the bikini.
All right.
And it's supposed to, a literal quote from him is, once you find out, you will actually cry.
All right. He's got me locked into this story now. I want to know how it ends.
Do you want to hear why she wears the bikini?
Yeah, I do.
Do you know Quiet from Metal Gear Solid 5?
No, I've never played these games.
All right, so here's her actual outfit in game. In Andy's channel.
All right.
All right, so apparently it's tragic because she breathes through her skin. Isn't that tragic, dude? Like, isn't that sad? It's why she needs to wear the bikini, because she fucking breathes through her skin. Dude is autistic as fuck.
Oh man. How did people like this even get on your radar? How's that like?
Dude, he's like a designer of a multi-billion-dollar franchise, one of the most respected names in the video game industry. And I played this game, and I was there for the reveal, and I was like, I wonder why that's there. And apparently it's just there to justify why she's dressed like that.
Oh man.
No, it's actually very serious. It's a very serious. We need to raise awareness about people who breathe through we need to raise awareness about frogs, Red Sunday.
Yeah, I've been living in the dark, unrecognized, not taken seriously for too long.
Finally, some frog representation in video games.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I needed.
Speaking of autism, I will say this: one of the worst things about it is gullibility, right? And it's not really gullibility; it's just you'd rather take people's words at face value rather than look too much into it, because once you do, you'll be like fucking analyzing for ages. And so, I don't think I've ever told this story on the podcast. When I used to work in an internet cafe in Syria, in a gaming cafe, we had this guy, a little rotund, a little, funny guy. He'd come.
All right.
He had a bit of a speech impediment, but that was fine. He would sit down every single time and play Black Ops 2, right? He would launch the multiplayer of Black Ops 2, play against like the lowest level of bot in a multiplayer match, and then he would go around and shooting them. And because I got to work in the internet cafe, I got to see his gameplay. And I realized something about him,
Yeah, I can just imagine what COD matchmaking must have been like in Syria when it was...
No, he's not playing online. He's still playing...
Oh, he's just playing on bots? Okay.
He's just playing on bots. And so I look at him and I'm like, his gameplay seems off. Like, instead of, running, shooting, and gunning at the same time, he would walk to a location, then move his, joystick to aim, and then shoot, right? Instead of happening simultaneously, it would happen one at a time. And very often, the bots will kill him. But more often than not, he would kill them. I'm like, this is really interesting. I wonder why he plays like that. And, he'd come with his little weird speech impediment, and he would play, and I'll be like, this is a very interesting fellow. I've seen him 3 times this week. I must inquire further. And so one day, very naturally, I walk up to the store owner while the guy was in the store and tell him, hey dude, how's it going? He's like, fine, what's up? And lean into him and is like, do you know if anything strange about that guy? He looks at me like very concerned, very shocked. It's like, what do you mean? I tell him, I think he's kind of plays funny. Do you think anything is wrong with him? And he starts laughing at me. He laughs so fucking hard at me. He's like, you're joking, right, Arturo? You gotta be joking. This is not real. This is you're bullshitting. Like, no, what's up? You don't notice? I'm like, what? The guy had pretty bad Down syndrome.
Oh, and you didn't notice.
I didn't
Oh,
fucking
no.
notice. The guy had pretty fucking severe Down syndrome.
Man, now you're probably wondering if you're worse after that
Legitimately,
blunder.
listen, every single time I meet an autistic person who's somewhat obviously autistic, like not even the guy in the club, like worse autistic people, I'm like, I wonder if that's me. Like, I wonder if that's how people see me. Because, like, at like a board game place where I play, there is this guy who is a little more severely autistic than I am. Like, he's functional, but, you know, you walk in, there's obviously something wrong with him. Like, obviously. First time I went to play with him, he was really intensely in my face, looking at me with both eyes wide open, as I was just trying to ignore him. Then after the game finishes, he starts like sweeping the table, even though it's empty. Like he's timid. And I'm like,
He's like going up to you, hey man, got any games on your phone? Got any games?
And so I see this autistic guy, and I start wondering, like, oh man, do people see me like this? And then at some point we were playing together, and you know we're having fun. And then he's rocking back and forth in his chair, and I catch myself rocking back and forth at the same time with him.
Oh
You know?
no.
And I start like, Artillery, are you fucking like, are you that severely autistic? Because you don't know, like, you don't fucking know how people perceive you. You don't know how like fucking people see you. So it scares me, this stuff. Like, it actually scares me, dude. Am I retarded? Do people look at me and think, oh, what a poor fucking retard? You know?
I don't know. Let's ask the audience. Everybody, leave a 1 out of 10. You know, rate Artillery's intelligence 1 to 10 in the comments section, please.
Audience, hear me out. Put a N for normal, just the letter N in your comment. Put the letter A for somewhat autistic, like not too autistic, you know, like a little bit of Asperg, and then put R for actively retarded. It's one of the three, guys. Like, I need to know. Come on, you can't do that to me, man.
Please, we need to know.
But yeah,
Man.
it's very hard for me to notice this kind of stuff, or like to acknowledge it. I notice it, but I don't like to make assumptions. This is just who I am.
And you know what? You know what might be the root cause of people having, you know, these kind of brains. You know, the kind of brain structure that resembles someone who like got hit by a tree at 50 miles an hour. I think it's the Zoomer culture. I think it's the Zoomer news.
Oh no!
So here, I gotta pull up a screenshot here.
I don't like them putting Zoomers. I don't like them putting news in my Zoomers. Turns them fucking Down syndrome.
Right. I'm gonna find this tweet because this is like something that has lived in my head ever since I saw it.
Guys, what Sante's taking his sweet ass fucking time again.
I think I found it.
For the 8th billionth time today.
I'm gonna send this in Ideas channel. So
Right.
this says this is a tweet. It says I Show Speed was having a bark off with TikTok's wizard gnome in Poland. I repeat, I Show Speed was having a bark off with TikTok's wizard gnome in Poland.
Taking it out of my face.
I repeat, I Show Speed was having. I know.
I'm fucking losing brain cells right now. Stop. It's fucking killing me,
Speed
dude.
was having a bark off.
Fucking bark. A fucking thumbnail, too. It looks like a fucking screenshot from porno Lord of the Rings. From a fucking porno parody of Lord of the Rings. From a gay porno parody of Lord of the Rings.
Oh, dude, here, wait. Let me get another screenshot from the video. They get close together. Okay, look at this. Now you thought that the last screenshot was bad. What about this one?
Hold up. This guy looks fucking AI generated, dude. This fucking guy looks AI generated. Okay. Okay, no, the screenshot you sent is somehow better. Like it somehow actually feels like thematically appropriate. The other one is awful. Is this what news has come to at this point?
Yeah, this is breaking news for the new generation. Like, man, I remember.
Mom, get the camera. I need to watch I Show Speed having a bark off in Poland with the Grand Gnome Wizard.
Man, I wonder. You know, I remember being like a middle schooler, and like, you know, Sky Does Minecraft would make a new video, and me and other people would be like, "Oh, dude, you see the new Sky Does Minecraft video?" Do you think kids these days, like, they go to school and they're like, "Hey, man, did you see the latest I Show Speed clip where he's having a bark off?"
Dude, I fear to think what's going on in these schools, and you know, every generation is like, "Oh, this next generation is so doomed." No, this is like. Are we getting old and out of touch, or is it the Zoomers that are cringe? What do you think?
Man,
Which one
I
is
don't
it?
know. I think
I
think the Zoomers are cringe. You know, I like to believe that I'm the sane one that sees I Show Speed was having a bark off with TikTok wizard gnome in Poland, and I just like become perplexed. Like I'm just like stunned for a minute, like, oh.
But you know, this kind of listen. Do you notice how millennials are like still very fucking super stuck up and believe that they're still 20?
Yeah, I guess
I
so.
don't want to be that guy when I'm 30. I don't want to be the guy who's like, Skibidi toilet, how cringe. You know, it's like,
Yeah, a lot of the stuff I do try to like embrace it. I do try to see the humor in it, where it's like, okay, you know, maybe this is funny.
I think we're lacking. So I think the shift in like content consumption from YouTube to streaming is the same generational gap as the shift between TV and YouTube. Because a lot of
that
kids,
may be true.
I think that's why it's like so inaccessible to us. Like why I Show Speed is such a weird icon,
I
and
don't
like all
even
these
know.
fucking streamer bros.
I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about that because I grew up watching like streams, but I don't, it wasn't like streaming like it exists today. Like I remember watching
But you know the fucking
streams where it was actually like kind of thought out, and the VOD itself would be watchable. Like you could actually sit through the entire like, you know, 2 or 3 hour stream VOD, and it was like kind of watchable all the way through. I don't know.
I don't know either. Fucking, it's fuck this shit, man. Don't remind me that I'm getting old. I'm 24. I'm gonna die soon. The best
Yeah.
years are behind me. It's so over, dude. So I'm not married yet. I don't have a house and 8 kids. It's so over.
It's what we call Jover here in America.
I was gonna make a suicide joke, but then I figured it would be insensitive considering, you know,
Considering what?
the guy
What guy?
from the Monkey Discord.
Oh, Heartsy.
Yeah.
Well, he survived, so, you know, we can make fun of him all
guy.
we want.
We should do it again.
he survived, so we can.
I hope the best for him. I hope the best for him.
Yeah,
Like,
people always wanted him to come on Garbage Mice. You know, that's still possible.
shut the fuck up, dude.
We can do the post suicide attempt Heartsy interview.
Imagine he pulls the same shtick I did, like post fucking breakup. Like, guys, I'm a changed person now. I have so much empathy and care for the world. Fucking hell, that would be the fucking full cycle. No,
Yeah.
I really do wish the best for Heartsy. You know, dude
Mhm.
talks funny and is insecure. I don't really feel like it's much to write home about. Like I really like he's fine. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Mental illness is a real thing, man. I've been trying to tell you. Like, fuck,
The funny thing
guy-
about Heartsy is that, like, the first time I ever heard his name was not through, like, Mumkey or anything related to him. It was on, like, a completely different live stream. It was on a live stream that I don't even, like, know if it's on YouTube anymore, but it was talking about Zoomer culture, and he was a guest on there for some reason.
He would go. He'd rather
This
go
was
on
like
there than on
4
the
years
Garbage Mice.
ago. This was a long time ago. I don't know how I remember that. This was
Oh,
before
man.
Garbage Mice existed.
Why don't you come on our show, Heartseat? Please, I beg you.
He's like, oh man, they're gonna make fun of me for being short in the comments.
Actually, you know how fucking Zoomers are cringe? You know what's even more cringe?
Mm.
Fucking millennials. You know the whole
What do you mean?
fucking... Like, the whole fucking witches against patriarchy shit that all the fucking millennials fall into. The whole Tumblr culture, the whole everything about it. It's just cringe. But it got me thinking, right? So you know how the war in Ukraine is still happening?
Yeah. I've heard a bit about it.
And you know how, like, when the war first started, you had, like, people on r/witches versus patriarchy. These Redditor witches casting hexes and spells and offering whatever, burning incense for the protection of Ukraine. You remember that shit?
I feel like I'm trying to dig deep in my memory, but I feel like I may have
Alright.
seen something like that.
Ukraine.
Why are you
Okay.
finding a Reddit witch in support of Ukraine?
Which is, hold up. Sending strength to the witches in Ukraine. How can we help? Shit like this. You know, it's fucking... I swear to God, there was like a very viral post, like when the war first started, of like sending fucking hex for protection on Ukraine.
Man, if I was Ukrainian, I'd probably reject that. Like get your woven antichrist puppets and sacred stones away from me. Please no.
Hex or whatever spell. What they would burn incense and shit, and it was fucking weird.
For the sake of Ukraine.
And then people like made fun of them for it. But then, hold up, one last time. Casting protection spell Ukraine. Okay, one last try. My first spell. Yeah, it's deleted by user from 2 years ago. Fuck, spell for Ukraine. Yeah, fucking. Here's a spell I can't like shit like this, where it's fucking Redditor white women schizo posting.
A spell for Ukraine. Here's a spell I will be casting on March 5th, 5 a.m. PST. 5 a.m. Red Sante time, that is, mind you. Oh, man.
And then it goes into like a fucking recipe for the... Yeah, so it got me thinking, the war is still going on. Even though it should have been over a while ago. And even though like the US has stopped sending support, it should be over by now.
Yeah, how are Ukraine bankrolling this war? Are they just like sacrificing people? They're like selling off Ukrainian citizens to fund the war.
What if all these fucking protection hexes from Reddit actually worked? And for like some weird supernatural fucking reason it's still going on. And congratulations, assholes, you've prolonged the war. You've prolonged the human suffering.
Ukraine is the new Holy Land. It's just never going to be taken over.
It's never going to be taken over, dude. All thanks to Reddit witches.
All thanks to Reddit. All roads lead back to Reddit.
All roads. But on the other end of Reddit, we have The Based. I have decided to conduct a new segment on the Garbage Mice.
Oh, okay.
Are you ready for this segment, Red Sante?
I'm ready.
It's going to be White Supremacist of the Month.
White Supremacist of the Month. How do I enter? How do I enter?
Well, you can take some cues from our current contender.
Okay, so who am I competing with for White Supremacist of the Month? I have to know.
Mauricio Martinez Garcia.
Okay, so I think I have this in the bag. God, my one competition isn't even white. All right, I think I've got this in the bag.
You know why he's entered the competition, Red Sante?
What?
He committed a, mass mall fucking shooting for his red-pilled incel white supremacist ideology.
All right, so he's the white's strongest ally.
He's our guy,
Got
dude.
it.
He was wearing a tactical vest embroidered with a right-wing death squad.
Oh man, and they tell me I'm a conspiracy theorist when I say that they're putting like uranium waste in the water.
But you know what's fun? What's even
Someday
funnier?
I'll be vindicated.
There was like a black cop nearby, and he was telling kids like not to drink or drive or whatever. Like he was fucking scolding a family for, hey kids, remember, be nice to everybody. And then he hears the mass shooting. He's like, what the fuck? He takes his AR, he runs over, sees the guy, and just fucking taps him in the face.
Actually, wait, that's really ringing a bell. I feel like I've seen this video. Hold on a minute. There's like a body cam of it, right?
Yeah, there's a body cam of it. You
I
want to do a
really
live?
feel like I've seen this. That's
Do you
really
want to see
ringing
it?
a bell here. Yeah, wait, let's pull it up. Let's pause real quick.
Body cam.
Because I really feel like I've seen that before now that you describe it that way.
Here it is. It's on YouTube. It's on the Police Activity YouTube channel.
Yeah, I've seen this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna hear the audio of it. I'm not actually gonna put it on screen.
Just the intro and the outro. Like,
145. I think we got
hey
shots fired.
kids, just
Yeah,
be safe, and
I
him
remember
shooting the
this.
fucking guy.
Yeah, hold on, let me play this one.
Say always the
Seatbelt.
Yeah, wear your seatbelt, kids. Put your seatbelt on.
Okay.
Run away from gunshots, kids. If you hear that, run away.
wow.
145. I think we got shots fired at the outlet mall.
Man. So that's who I'm contending with. I don't I don't think I can do anything as crazy as that, so I think this guy just wins. I think he wins white supremacist of the month.
I'm sorry, Vincent. The other guy who was contending was the guy who apologized to the white cashier.
Oh man, that's a throwback.
No, that's a polite gentleman right there. That is
Yeah.
a very nice person. I really hope he has a bright future in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck does that? Who the fuck? What kind of mental illness is that? Like,
Oh,
actually.
sorry, man.
Oops, sorry.
Oh, that's crazy.
Sorry.
Alright.
He fucking tells him sorry at gunpoint.
Oh, whoops, my bad.
My
bad,
bad,
man.
G. My bad, G. You're one of the good ones.
Oh man. You know, I think I have one last topic for us. I think I have one last thing that can close us off before we cut it.
The people talking. Yeah, I have one
Yeah.
last topic too. So let's.
Okay.
You go first.
Well, what's yours? I'm curious.
So remember the fucking like Latakia sign in the middle of Latakia that I keep complaining about?
Yeah, I remember that.
So, so it's near this fucker. So I actually discovered the backstory for the ancient Roman pillars that are there. Right? You're not gonna fucking believe
Okay.
this. This is fucking
I remember
insane.
the pillars. Yeah.
Those pillars were not actually from the area. There is another ruin,
Huh.
like 8 blocks down the road, that was a full Arch de Triomphe built by Septimus Severus around 200 AD. And of course, it was ruined. It fell into disrepair. They, it stopped being as beautiful as it once was. So when the fucking socialist government came, what they did was like they did something very, very, very funny. They did something amazing. They fucking took apart the ruins and scattered all like the intact pillars around the city in random roundabouts and squares to be like, hey guys, look at how old our history is.
Man, so they just disassembled all these things. You took apart the Lego pieces and then put it back somewhere else.
They took apart the fucking massive ruined structure and just placed it up like around the city. Why the fuck would they do?
Is this gonna make you become the Syrian Ted Kaczynski? Is this gonna be your motivation?
Let's, maybe. Fuck. Like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, for fuck's sake, imagine if you go to Greece, right? And you're like, huh, I can't wait to see the Acropolis. And then you go to the Acropolis and you're like, what? Where the fuck is it? There's like one pillar here. Like, yeah, sorry, dude, we disassembled it. There's like the roof is over there, the pillar's over there, and like the interior is somewhere in like fucking Rome, man. Like, I don't know. They just took it.
And they converted it into like an ice hockey rink.
They converted it into a nice hockey. Dude, no, they just built around it. So you want to see the original ruin that it came from?
Sure.
Okay, where the fuck is it? This is fucking insane. This is it. I can't fucking kiss Google Maps. Fuck Google Maps. This is it. This is the original structure. It used to have so many. It used to be like a full complex.
No, that
They
looks
just
cool.
Yeah, no, it looks cool, but you know what would have looked cooler if it was fucking intact. If they left the rest of it there instead of just fucking throwing it around the city like fucking idiots all over the place. You know?
Oh man, so if artillery buys a typewriter anytime in the next couple months, we'll know what he's up to.
Just don't let me go in the woods alone, okay? You're never gonna find me back. It's not gonna be. I'm not gonna make the same mistake.
You're not gonna be the same when you come out. That's gonna be a great podcast episode when you finally emerge from the woods.
You're gonna have to come to like a fucking visitation center where they leave me. Jesus Christ. Let's yeah, no, for legal reasons, all a joke. This is allegedly. I'm actually not gonna do any of that. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. But you know what's not a joke is that the Zoomers, and we're going to talk more about them. They're becoming radical.
Yes, baby.
You know what
That's
they
what I'm talking
think?
about.
You know what they're coming to the conclusion of?
What?
They don't think that it was 6 million.
Yes.
Everything that we said in episode 9, 2.5 years ago, everything that we were saying back then, you know, we're about to be vindicated on all that, because I found a whole thing on Twitter. And I was scrolling. It starts with this dude posting. What did you just post? I have to pull this up. You interrupting my spiel with this picture of a brown man in Latakia.
It's the funniest fucking thing to me ever. His face is on Google Maps. I love this guy. Anyway, sorry, continue.
Yeah, I'll continue. So our tale starts off with a man posting a picture of a green text. Why are you interrupting me? I'm gonna beat you over the head with this vodka bottle.
Pull it up on screen. Pull it up on screen.
Fine, I will. What is this? Okay, it's just the same guy. It's just the same guy, Artillery. It's just a guy. This guy's just chilling there.
Okay, sorry. Continue. Continue. My bad.
So our tale starts off with a Twitter screenshot of a green text of a bunch of washers in a box. And
washers?
Yeah, like, you know, like the thing that goes in between like a piece of metal and a screw or a bolt, something like that.
Yep.
And this 4chan poster that posted the image claims this. It's a box of Jewish wedding rings recovered from the death camp. One of those rings belonged to my grandmother. Grandma got in trouble with the guards because she held her breath in the gas chamber, avoiding certain death. To punish her, Dr. Joseph Mengele rolled Grandma up into a ball and loaded her into a catapult from where she was launched high up in the air. On her way down, soldiers fired at her with a flak cannon for target practice. These training sessions were one of the reasons German anti-air gunnery was so effective. She was only 5 years old at the time.
Dude, I wish I was his grandma, honestly. Like, she's so badass.
And this is literally the exact same thing that happened on episode 9 of Garbage Mice. Like, we were making fun of how ridiculous it was. Like, some of the theories about what happens to people at the camps. It's like, this is literally what we were doing.
Yep.
And then the people in the comments are just going along with it. They're like, rest in peace, Grandma, one of the 50 billion innocent souls who perished. And that's that's what's going on. That's what's got me all riled up these days.
So what you're saying is the kids are down with the garbage mice.
The kids are
That's
down, yeah, dude. If episode 9 was still up on YouTube, it would probably have 6 million views at this point.
Hell yeah, brother. Anyway, check out the
Yeah, why do you have
the-
another link? What is this? It's just the same guy. It's just the same guy. It's just a guy. It's just a brown guy, Artillery.
Do you think he knows the other guy, like the guy he's taking a photo of?
I
Because the
don't know,
guy
he looks pretty uncomfortable.
Because it seems like the image is implying that he's like he just showed up. He's like, oh my god, it's a white dude. He took a selfie with him.
The one white guy in all of Syria. All right. Well, what is that it for
Check out the next one.
a semi-annual Garbage Mice episode? Oh my, why do you have more? It's it's just the same guy.
He's on a camel.
I don't get it, man.
He's on a camel, dude. I love him. I love him so much. I'm
Hey, you
fucking.
found another one of him on a camel? Oh my. Hey, how many pictures has this guy posted on Google Maps?
No.
Yeah, this guy kind of traveled the world. He went to Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates. He went to some set of coordinates.
Some set of
There's a picture of him buying a bottle of wine in Lebanon. Him going to I don't know. That looks like a church that's like 70,000 years old.
Oh, that's the Hagia Sophia. It is.
Okay.
It's a very important place. I'm shocked. I'm shocked that you don't even know about it, dude. Like that's how could you? It used to be a
frogs only
church.
live to be a certain number of years. There's only a certain amount of information that I can intake.
Yeah, he's at the Hagia Sophia, but there's no selfie of him at the Hagia Sophia, so I didn't share it.
Yeah, that's too bad.
The fucking selfies he shares are fun. He's got like the fucking selfie of him and this random other guy.
All right.
Twice.
So I think this guy's bright, cheerful face, I think, is a good closer to our semi-annual Garbage Mice upload. You have anything else you have to say before we're done here?
Guys, please be gentle to each other. Please be honest.
Don't be too mean to each other in the Discord server.
Be loving. Be aware of mental health crises. It's a very serious topic. It's very near and dear to my heart because I'm mentally ill too. I'm fucking insane, dude. Like I was walking down the street once and I just punted this 2-year-old kid. he went flying, dude. He went flying. Like he got into traffic. A bus hit him.
As he flew off into the skyline, you said, "Subscribe to Garbage Mice. Subscribe."
Yeah, no. A bus hit him, and then like fucking died.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, shit happens like that, dude. You gotta be aware of mental health issues, because you can just be walking down the street and some fucking guy will just come and fucking punch you off the fucking side of the road, and you die. Just don't do it. Just raise mental health, because I'm gonna fucking come and punch you. I'm gonna fucking kill you.
That's why every time you see anybody out in public, you've just got to start screaming and running and
that's
just
why you gotta
avoid
pull out
everyone.
your trusty box cutter and cut some boxes right there and there, if you know what I mean.
You got to hold out like a cross pendant and just start like hissing at them. I don't know.
Dude, every time I walk down the street and I see another person like nearby, I just think, you know what? This person could be insane. They could be mentally ill. They could be deranged. So what I do is I put my hand in my pocket, and then I just like, I walk past them, and I'm not gonna let them hit me first.
Just casually threatening everyone around you.
I am not a threat to society. Society is a threat to me. I am afraid for my life. I will defend my life. I will defend my honor and dignity. Big people. You know, we had big pharma first. Now you have big people. Big people are like, scare me.
You got big society out on the loose.
Big society should fear me, not the other way around. And so all I'm saying is, dude, like, you see a brown guy in the middle of the street, you know, and it's 2 a.m. in the morning, like, just be careful out there, because I'm out there. Because I'm out there on the street every day. And you may not know it. You may not know it.
Spinner of Cursed Dinners coming 2026.
I'm going to get you. I'm going to fucking get you.
Stay tuned. Coming to a cinema near you. 2026. Spinner of Cursed Dinners. All right. We're out of here. Good night.
Night.